Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on C++ coding. I hope you all are doing well. So today what we're going to be looking at is why are functions useful? And this is for Mr. Plantz's class. So number one, what are two things needed to return a value back to the caller when writing a user-defined function? So what that's asking is what is needed to get the value back after we've put in a function. So the two things that we're going to need are a return type statement, a return type such as a void return, and then a return statement, which is to bring a value back. And this is done so that we can have an output of our function. So then we have number two, which is define a function parameter. And a function parameter is an initialized variable found inside the function, and it was initialized by the user input. So a function parameter is the initialized variable that we have inside our function, and it was initialized by the user putting in their input. That is why it's initialized, is from that input. And that altogether makes our function parameter. Okay. Then next we have defining an argument. So the value that we get from defining an argument comes from the caller, which is part of the function, and is sent to the function after the function is initiated. In other words of saying, it's the value that comes back after the function is made with the input. Then next we have list 3 ways a function can be useful. So here's 5: organization, abstraction, testing, reusability, and extensibility. So organization is just making your function, not your function, but your entire code just look better. Abstraction lowers the amount of knowledge that you need to use other people's codes by just making it a lot. Almost shorter, but it's essentially shorter. Testing is the process of removing the amount of codes that are code lines that are just redone continuously. So if we have 5 lines of cout operator, this is 5. If we have 5 of those for whatever reason, then we can use the function to limit that to only 1. Reusability is essentially the same kind of thing, where we're able to just use the function more and more because of more options it'll have. And extensibility, this will make the function longer and have more options if need be. Then finally, we need to find the best way to use a function effectively. There are 5 ways of using the functions effectively. The best 5 ways are to use the function for only one task, for reduction in your code, reuse, for using it for multiple defined inputs and outputs. So if we have a certain input and we want a certain output, functions are good for that. And then multiple statements. All those put together are exactly what you're going to be looking for right here on this page, okay? So that'll be the end of today's session. I hope you learned something. Goodbye.